Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Was any homework given? Do we need to discuss any answers? Okay. Looks like it's a no. Fine. Look at this question. We're given a figure which is a parallelogram ABCD. The length of the side AB is 10.5 centimeters and the length of the side BC is 8.3 centimeters. Given this, we need to find the perimeter. Given this, we need to find the perimeter of the parallelogram. Yeah, how do we do this?
Opposite sides are equal, ma'am.
Yeah, in a parallel, so we make use of the properties of a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So if AB is 10.5 centimeters, what is the length of CD?
10.5 centimeters.
10.5 centimeters. And if the length of BC is 8.3 centimeters, then
AD is 8.3 centimeters.
yeah, AD is also 8.3 centimeters. Now, how do we find the perimeter of a figure?
Sum of all the sides, ma'am.
Yeah, so the perimeter of a polygon is the length of the boundary. The length of the boundary of the polygon. So how do we find that? We simply have to add the lengths of all the sides. So it's going to be AB plus BC plus CD plus AD. Can we do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take a screenshot, children. You have the answer also here. The question along with the answer. You may complete it later. Take a screenshot. Excuse me. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see the next one. So here we have PQRS is a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. We need to find the values of X, Y, and Z, where X, Y, and Z are some angles. So again, to find, yes, we need to use the we need to use the properties of a parallelogram in order to find the values of X, Y, and Z, or maybe some general properties of plane figures. Yes,
Ma'am,
let's
first to find x, we have to use opposite angles are equal property. So x is equal to 105 degrees, ma'am.
Yes, the property is in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Both pairs of opposite angles are equal. So angle P is equal to angle R. Angle P is equal to angle R by the property of a parallelogram. So if angle P is 105 degrees, angle R is also 105 degrees, which means X is equal to 105 degrees. Very good. What about Y and Z? We'll find Y first and then Z. We'll find Y and then Z. You need to recall.
Ma'am, the adjacent angles of
Very good. But can we recall some properties of parallel lines intersected by a transversal? You must have seen this last year. Can you recall corresponding angles, alternate angles? When two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, corresponding angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Can we recall that from standard 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we use one of those properties and find Y first? Somebody said 105 plus Z is equal to 180. That's fine. That's fine. But let's find Y. After finding X, let's find Y. How do we find Y?
Ma'am, y is the corresponding angle of x, ma'am. So corresponding angles are equal and y is equal to 105 degrees, ma'am.
Very good. X and Y are corresponding angles. Which are the parallel lines? You must identify the parallel lines and the transversal. Which are the parallel lines?
SR and PQ, ma'am.
Yeah, SR and PQ. SR and PQ are the parallel lines. And what is a transversal? What do we understand by the term transversal?
A transversal is a line segment which intersects two parallel lines, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah, but we can put it like this. A transversal is a line. It need not be a line segment. A transversal is a line which intersects two or more lines. The lines need not be parallel. The lines need not be parallel. When two or more lines are intersected by a transversal, alternate angles are formed, corresponding angles are formed, and you can also identify co-interior angles.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
when two or more lines are cut by a transversal, when two or more lines are cut by a transversal, then we have these angles being formed. Actually, eight angles will be formed around the transversal. And these angles can be identified as corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and co-interior angles. Now, when the lines are not parallel, they are simply corresponding angles, or they're simply alternate angles, or they're simply co-interior angles. They don't have, other than that, they don't have any relation between them. But when the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. When the lines are not parallel, they are not equal, but they are called corresponding angles. By their positions, they are called corresponding angles, or they are called alternate angles, or co-interior angles. With respect to the position, with respect to their positions, they are called corresponding alternate or co-interior angles. When lines are not parallel, when the two lines are not parallel, corresponding angles are not equal. When the lines are parallel, or when the two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. Again, when the lines are not parallel, alternate angles are not equal. They are called alternate angles. They are alternate angles, but they're not equal because the lines are not parallel. When the lines are not parallel, we have two lines cut by a transversal. You can identify pairs of alternate angles, but they're not equal because the lines are not parallel. If the lines are parallel, then the angles are equal. And when it comes to co-interior angles, co-interior angles are supplementary when the lines are parallel. When the lines are parallel, they are supplementary. When the lines are not parallel, they are not supplementary, but they are called co-interior angles. They are called co-interior angles, but they are not supplementary. So here in the parallelogram, we know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. So here we have PQ parallel to SR. It's not given to us anywhere. But since the figure is a parallelogram, we know that both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel and equal, but we are using the property that they are parallel. So PQ is parallel to SR. All of you agree with that? PQ is parallel to SR, correct? Yes, children?
Ma'am.
Acknowledge? Okay. Now, what is this transversal? A transversal is a line that cuts these two parallel lines. It should intersect these two parallel lines at different points. So this is the transversal, RQ, this one is a transversal. This one is a transversal. See, this one RQ, it intersects this line here, and it also intersects this line here. A transversal is a line that cuts the two parallel lines or cuts the two lines. In this case, the lines are parallel. So see here, SR is parallel to PQ. So before we say alternate angles are equal or corresponding angles are equal, we need to identify. You need to mention the pairs of parallel lines or the pair of parallel lines and the transversal. So SR is parallel to PQ. And RQ is the transversal. So now you can see corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal. Both will be below the lines or both above the lines. Corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal. Corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal. Either both the angles are below the parallel lines or both are above the parallel lines. So here we have X and Y on the same side of the transversal, on this side of the transversal, both are below the line. So see, this is the parallel line, it's below it here. This is the other line, parallel line, and it's below it here. So X and Y form a pair of corresponding angles, and they are equal because the lines are parallel. They are equal because the lines are parallel. So we have to mention the parallel lines. PQ is parallel to SR and RQ is a transversal. X is equal to Y because they are corresponding angles. And since the lines are parallel, they're equal. If the lines are not parallel, they're still called corresponding angles. Even if these two opposite sides were not equal, even if these two opposite sides were not parallel, still X and Y are corresponding angles. Because of their position. Because they're found here and here, by their position, they are corresponding angles. But they're not equal when the lines are not parallel. So here PQ is parallel to SR, RQ is a transversal, and we understand that corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal, both below the lines or both above the lines. So here X and Y form a pair of corresponding angles and they are equal. So we found X is 105 degrees, so Y is also 105 degrees. Now what about Z, children?
Ma'am, Z is 180 minus 105, ma'am.
Yeah. What is the property there? Very good. Madhumita, you're right.
75 degrees.
Yes, but what is the reason?
Ma'am, it is a linear pair, ma'am.
Linear pair. Y and Z form a linear pair of angles because they lie on a straight line. See here, this is a straight line. This is a straight line. And see now, supposing you start from here. See, this is angle Y and this is angle Z. And these two angles lie on the straight line. They lie on the straight line. These two angles lie on the straight line. See, this is a straight line. This is the straight line. This is a line. This is a line. Line meaning a straight line. And at Q, okay, children, how do you, now supposing this point was called T, okay, this is called T. Then angle Y is angle PQT. Angle Y is angle PQT. Supposing it was marked T here. here, then angle Y is called angle PQT and Z is called PQR. So you can see that angles Y and Z are formed at this point Q, or the vertex of both the angles is Q. Q is the vertex of both the angles. The two angles of Y and Z, they are formed at this point Q. The vertex of both the angles is Q. See it? PQT, PQR. PQT and PQR. So these two angles, PQT and PQR, they lie on the straight line RQ. So their sum is 180, linear pair. See, and we know what is a straight angle. What's the measure of a straight angle? What is the measure of a straight angle?
180, ma'am.
180 degrees. So since they lie on a straight line, they make a straight angle. So Y plus Z is equal to 180 degrees. And we found Y is 105. So 105 plus Z is equal to 180. 105 plus Z is equal to 180. On working that, we find Z is equal to 75 degrees. Now we said to find Y, we said X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. Is there any other way you can find Y? We said X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. So since X is 105, Y is also 105. Is there any other way to find Y?
Yes, ma'am.
Adjacent angles property we can use for finding Z, ma'am. Finding Z, we can also find Y, ma'am.
Okay, that's the third method. Fine, we'll come to that later. I'm saying if we have to find the angles in the order, there is no rule like that. There's nothing like you'll have to find it in the order, but just we'll just say that we need to find it in the order. You want to find X first and then Y and then Z. So after X, we are interested in finding the value of Y, not using Z, without using Z. Then how do we find Y? We found X, opposite angles are equal. We have X with us. Without finding Z, because we wish to find the angles in their order, X, Y, and Z.
Ma'am, actually angle P is opposite to angle Y.
Okay, you're complete on that? Yes.
So opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal and Y is equal to 105 degrees.
No, but don't you think Y is outside the parallelogram? How can it be opposite to 105? When we say opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, we are talking about the interior angles.
Okay, ma'am.
Y is outside the parallelogram. Okay, let me just start. We'll see if you can complete it. PS is parallel to RQ, which is a transversal. PS parallel to RQ. Yes or no? The other pair of opposite sides are also parallel. PS
Yes.
parallel to RQ. Yes. Next, which is a transversal? Which is just find the line that intersects these two lines, PS and RQ.
Ma'am, both PQ and SR intersect.
Very good. Yes.
Very good.
Both PQ
Both are
and SR. So both can be regarded as transversals. PS is parallel to RQ because they are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. PS is parallel to RQ. And as we know, a transversal is a line that intersects two or more parallel lines or two or more lines. In this case, parallel lines. So when SP is parallel to RQ, SR can be regarded as a transversal. Whichever is going to be helpful to you. See which one to consider, whichever is going to help you to get the value of Y. So SR can be regarded as a transversal or PQ. But I think PQ will be useful. PQ will be useful. SP parallel to RQ. PQ is a transversal. Yes. Next what? What next, children? All right. So here you can say alternate interior angles are equal. Can you see the Z here? Can you see the ZC here? Parallel line. Okay. Alternate angles lie on either sides of the transversal. Meaning on the opposite sides of the transversal. Alternate angles. You can find a pair of alternate angles on either sides of the transversal. They'll not lie on the same side of the transversal. They lie on either sides or opposite sides of the transversal. So you can see it here. See a parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So it's like that as if a Z is rotated. When you rotate Z, the letter Z. So see here, it need not be a perfect Z, you know, the way you write Z, but you can get that feeling here. See here, as if the Z is rotated. Alternate angles are found here. See a parallel line, transversal, parallel line. See, this is RQ produced. So it's still parallel. This is RQ produced. So these are parallel lines. These are parallel lines. This is the transversal. See a parallel line, transversal, parallel line. I'm getting that Z feeling as if the Z is rotated. It's turned through some angle. So see here, something like this, and like this. A Z is like this, right? You have a Z like this. It's turned. So see here, you can just go over it. See here, parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So you have 105 on one side of the transversal. You have Y on the other side of the transversal. See here, you can find the angles between them. See here, parallel line, transversal. Can you see the angle here? This one. Then as you come, transversal, parallel line here. See here, transversal and the parallel line here. On opposite sides, we have 105 and Y. So Y is equal to 105 degrees. Alternate interior angles are equal. So that way you can find Y. After finding X, you can also find Y like this. So now tell me, children, which are the parallel lines and transversal when you have to, when you use the property that corresponding angles are equal? Mention the parallel lines and transversal when you have to use the property that corresponding angles are equal. We said X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. In that case, which are the parallel lines and which is a transversal?
Ma'am, SP and RQ are the parallel lines. SR and PQ are the transversals, ma'am.
No, when we say X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. In that case, which are the parallel lines? The parallel lines and the transversal will be different in this case.
Ma'am, the transversal is PQ, ma'am.
The transversal is
PQ, ma'am.
Ma'am, the transversal is RQ and parallel lines are SR and PQ.
Come again. SR and PQ.
Are the parallel lines, ma'am, and RQ is the transversal.
Yes, that's right. Do the others agree with Madhumita? She says SR and PQ. SR and PQ are the parallel lines and RQ is a transversal. Here, SR and PQ are the parallel lines and RQ is a transversal. RQ is a transversal. X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. Do we get that, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now tell me which are the parallel lines and transversal when we need to use a property that alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. Angle P is equal to Y. Alternate angles are equal. Then which are the parallel lines? You can just go like this. See here?
Ma'am, S and R are SR and PQ are parallel lines.
Parallel lines.
RQ is the transversal, ma'am.
No.
PQ is the transversal, ma'am.
Okay, if you identify the transversal, then the lines are easy. Which are the lines? Parallel lines.
Ma'am, SR and PQ is the parallel lines, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, SP and RQ, ma'am.
No, but we have only two choices. If it is not the first one, it has to be the second one. But you should be clear on that, children. See here, SP. SP parallel to RQ. PQ is a transversal. So we have here parallel line, SP, transversal PQ, and parallel line again RQ produced. RQ produced. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Alternate angles are equal. Y is equal to 105. And Z, as you people said, linear pair, Y plus Z is equal to 180. Y plus Z is equal to 180, linear pair. So Z is equal to 75 degrees. Take a picture, children. Go through the working also. Please go through the steps on your screen. All right, children. Let's see the next one. Yes.
Ma'am, here in the second method you have given PQ is the transversal, ma'am. But you
Yeah.
said RQ is the transversal.
Here, the first one RQ is a transversal. Here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see the next one. LMNO is a parallelogram. LMNO is a parallelogram. PM is 6 centimeters. NL is 4 more than OM. Find PL. No, just for PM, tell me what is PL. If PM is 6 centimeters, how much is PL?
6 centimeters, ma'am.
What's the property?
Opposite sides are equal.
No, opposite sides. PN and PM and no. Now,
Ma'am, opposite angles, ma'am.
no, 1 minute. Now, the information given here is about some part of the diagonal. So, what is the property we have regarding the diagonals of a parallelogram? What is the property we have regarding the diagonals of a parallelogram? In a parallelogram, diagonals
Are unequal, ma'am.
Diagonals are unequal. Perfect. Then what is the other property?
It
In a
does not
parallel.
they bisect each other, but not at right angle, ma'am.
Very good. They bisect each other, but not at right angles. In a parallelogram, diagonals are unequal. If the diagonals are equal in a parallelogram, then it's called a rectangle. Yes. So the properties related to the diagonals of a parallelogram are, in a parallelogram, diagonals are unequal. Diagonals bisect each other, but not at right angles. Not at right angles. Now, children, with the help of PM, which is 6 centimeters, what is the other thing you can find? If PM is 6 centimeters, what can you find with the help of PM? Diagonals bisect each other. What do we mean by that? One diagonal cuts the other diagonal into 2 equal pieces. They bisect each other. One diagonal bisects, cuts the other diagonal into 2 equal halves.
Ma'am, so NP is also 6 centimeter.
No, diagonals are unequal. Using PM. PM is a part of which diagonal? PM is a part of which diagonal?
OM, ma'am.
OM. Now OM is cut into 2 equal halves at P. Agree or no? Disagree?
I agree, ma'am.
Yeah, PM is a part of the diagonal OM. PM. Why are we starting with PM? Because PM is given to be 6 centimeters. We have to find PL, but we have to start with some information which is given to us. So let's start from there. PM is 6 centimeters and PM is a part of OM. PM is a part of OM. PM is a part of OM. So, and we know that the diagonals bisect each other. So P is the midpoint of OM. So if PM is 6 centimeters, what can you find with the help of PM? PM is a part of which diagonal?
OM, ma'am.
Okay, which is the midpoint of OM? Which is the midpoint of OM?
P. So
Okay.
OP is equal to PM, ma'am.
Yeah, so OP is equal to PM. All of you think about that?
Ma'am,
Look
at
at the
first I got confused when you said diagonals of a parallelogram are not equal. I thought the two halves won't be equal, ma'am, but now I get it.
Very good, very good. Okay, nice. Diagonals are unequal, meaning OM is not equal to NL. Correct? OM,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, OM is not equal to NL. But when you take up one diagonal, you can identify its midpoint. So when you look at the diagonal OM, which is the midpoint of OM?
P, ma'am.
P, ma'am.
P. Which is the other diagonal? Which is the other diagonal?
LN.
LN.
LN, ma'am.
What is the midpoint of LN?
P,
P,
ma'am.
ma'am.
P. P is the midpoint of both the diagonals. P is the midpoint of both the diagonals. So now let's come back to PM. PM is 6 centimeters. PM is a part of OM, is a part of the diagonal OM, or to put it more precisely, it's 1/2 of OM. OM is cut into two equal halves. OM is cut into two equal halves. 1/2 of OM is PM, 6. So if PM is 6 centimeters, the other half OP is also 6 centimeters. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now find the length of the other diagonal NL. Children, we'll do it again. We'll move ahead. We'll complete this answer and we'll do it again. Now tell me, is there some other information given to you? NL is 4 more than OM. How much is OM now?
OM is 12 centimeter, ma'am. So 12 plus 4 is 16 centimeter, which is equal to NL.
So NL is 16 centimeters. If NL is 16 centimeters, what is the length of PL?
8 centimeters, ma'am.
8 centimeters. That's it. I'll just give you some time to do it for yourself. Let's discuss again. Read the information given carefully. Try it for yourself. We'll discuss again. All right. So let's start again. PM is 6 centimeters. So with this, what do you find immediately?
OP is also 6 centimeters, ma'am.
OP is also 6 centimeters because P is the midpoint of OM. P is the midpoint of OM. So if PM is 6 centimeters, OP is also 6 centimeters. Now what's the length of OM? What's the length of the diagonal OM?
12 centimeter, ma'am.
12 centimeters. Okay, so we are done with the diagonal OM. Now what is given? NL. What is NL? Or who is NL? NL is the other diagonal of the parallelogram. Now what is given? NL is 4 more than OM. What's the length of OM?
12 centimeter, ma'am.
What is 4 more than that?
16, ma'am.
So that is the length of the diagonal, the other diagonal NL. So NL is 16 centimeters. Oh, we know that the diagonal is cut into two equal halves. Which is the midpoint of NL?
P, ma'am.
P, ma'am.
P is the midpoint of NL. And what's the length of the line? What is the length of the diagonal NL?
16 centimeters, ma'am.
So then PL will be equal to
8
8
centimeters.
centimeters, ma'am.
8 centimeters. Very good, children. Very good. I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, children. Take a screenshot. Four more. I think by mistake I've taken 5 more. Let me change this. It's more, but I've taken 5 more, I think. Let me change this, children, but still it doesn't affect your understanding. Yes, let me ask Raja, the first one. Are you there, Raja?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So complete the following statements if ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. We have a few statements below. You need to complete them. Now the first one is for you. AD is equal to
PC, ma'am.
BC. Very good. Devadarshini, complete the second one. Angle DCB is equal to some other angle. It's not possible. It's not possible to find the measure of angle DCB. Angle DCB is equal to which angle? Kirtana?
Ma'am, angle DAP, ma'am.
DAB, very good. Angle DCB is equal to angle DAB because what's the property, Kirtana?
Opposite angles are equal.
In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Okay. Sindhu, OC is equal to
Oh, yeah, ma'am.
OA. OC is equal to OA. Very good. Sanjay. Next one, D. Measure of M stands for measure. How do we read that? Let me read that for you. Measure of angle ADC. M there is read like this. Measure of angle ADC plus measure of angle BCD is equal to
ABCD, ma'am.
no.
Ma'am,
Dhan-
is it C?
Danya, 1 minute. Danya.
Ma'am, I am Danya, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Tell me.
CA. Is it CA, ma'am?
Is it? I didn't get you.
CA, ma'am.
CA. When you say CA, you're talking about a line segment. Madhumita?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's 360 degrees.
No. All of you please think again. Measure of angle ADC plus measure of angle BCD. What kind of angles are ADC and BCD? How are they related?
Ma'am,
Our
they're
ADC
adjacent angles.
Yeah, they're adjacent angles.
So it's
And what-
180 degrees, ma'am.
Yeah, in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. In a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. Or if you look at the angles ADC, ADC is nothing but angle D fully. BCD is angle C completely. C and D are adjacent angles of the parallelogram ABCD. So they're supplementary. They're supplementary angles. So measure of angle ADC plus measure of angle BCD is equal to 180. Give me the other results like this, children. Now here we have one measure of ADC plus measure of BCD is 180. Tell me one more pair of adjacent angles which add to 180.
Measure of DAB and measure of CBA is 180 degree, ma'am.
Correct, Danya, good. One more. Somebody else?
Ma'am, measure of angle DCB and ABC.
Measure of ABC is equal 180, ma'am.
No, again?
Angle of DCB and ABC are 180, ma'am.
Yeah, measure of angle DCB plus measure of angle ABC is equal to 180 degrees. Correct. Next. One more. Madhumita wanted to say something.
Ma'am, measure of angle CDA and measure of angle DAB gives 180 degree, ma'am.
Perfect. Measure of angle CDA plus measure of angle DAB is equal to 180. All right. Devadarshini. Answer the next one. E. Anish. Are you there, Anish? Raja?
Ma'am?
Yeah, please answer E, subdivision E.
AC, ma'am, AC is equal to BD.
That's it. Very good. AC is equal to BD. So in the blank you'll have to put the equal to sign. AC equal to. Put the equal to sign in the blank. AC is equal to. The symbol you must write. Don't write in words AC is equal to. AC equal to BD. Very good. Next one.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, but diagonals are unequal, no, ma'am.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's a parallelogram. I'm so sorry. Not equal. AC not equal to BD. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Madhumita. Thank you, Madhumita. Yeah. AC not equal to BD. AC not equal to BD. So that symbol not equal to symbol. Don't put the symbol. Don't write is not equal to. Use a symbol not equal to symbol. AC not equal to BD. The last one, children.
OB is equal to OD, ma'am.
OB is equal to OD. Which is the midpoint of BD?
Oh, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
O is the midpoint of BD. And which is the midpoint of AC?
Oh,
ma'am.
O. Is AO equal to OC?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is AO equal to BO?
No, ma'am.
AO will not be equal to BO. In a parallelogram, in this parallelogram, AO will not be equal to BO because AO is half of AC and BO is half of BD. AC and BD are not equal. So their halves also will not be equal. Yes, children, take a screenshot. Yeah, this is what I was telling. Use a not equal to symbol. This is what I was telling.
Done, ma'am.
Yes. Oh, done. Okay. This is the next one. HOPE is a parallelogram. HOPE is a parallelogram. Find X, Y, and Z.
Ma'am, I
Ma'am,
found
we
the
must first
O
find A,
problem.
ma'am, to find out X.
No, I don't know if it was Sindhu or Sanjay. What is that?
Ma'am, we must find A to find X, ma'am.
Yeah, we have to find A. So we mark that. See here. Can you see it here? Let HOP be equal to A. Let HOP be equal to A. So we've marked this. Only X, Y, and Z. Only X, Y, and Z are marked in the figure. X, Y, and Z. So we mark off this angle. We call it A. In the figure, only X, Y, and Z are marked. We mark off this angle. We call this A. We call this A. And we first find A. Yes, tell me, Sindhu or Sanjay. Tell me. How do we find A?
Ma'am, we must 180 minus 70, ma'am.
Okay, before that, can we say A plus 70 is 180?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Reason?
Ma'am, because they are straight line, ma'am. So only, ma'am. A.
Correct. Linear pair.
Yes, ma'am.
Linear pair. A
Ma'am,
plus
can you hear
70.
me, ma'am?
Please come again.
Ma'am, can you hear what I'm speaking, ma'am?
Yeah. I can. Your voice is clear. Go on. A plus 70 is equal to 180. Reason linear pair. So what's the measure of angle A?
110, ma'am.
Okay, let me ask somebody else. Thank you, Sindhu or Sanjay, for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody else tell me. What's the measure of X?
Ma'am, it's 110 degrees, ma'am. Because opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal.
Okay. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So A is equal to X. A is equal to X. A is 110 degrees, so X is also going to be 110 degrees. So we found X. How do we find Y?
We must find Z to find Y, ma'am.
We need to find Z to find Y. All right. How much is Z?
140, ma'am.
140. Z cannot be 140.
Ma'am, 70 degree, ma'am.
70. What's the reason?
Ma'am, because ma'am, the here angle O is 70 degree.
Now, what's the reason? Yeah, I know what you've misunderstood something. If you say that, I can help you on it.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm
You
thinking.
feel corresponding angles are equal?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
That's what. So for that, first identify the parallel lines. Which are the parallel lines? Which are the parallel lines? Which is the transversal?
Ma'am, HO and EP are the parallel lines.
H,
O.
O and EP. Okay.
PO is the transversal.
HO and EP are the PO is a transversal, all right. Hey, you share your thoughts, only then I'll understand what you have in your mind.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, then we'll think a little ahead. Yes. You need some time, children. All of us, we cannot just give out the answer like that. Look at the figure, look at the information given. I'll give you some time.
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
No. How do we find y? Or what is the other angle we can find? That's all. Nothing else.
Ma'am, opposite angles are equal, so Z is equal to Y.
No, but Z and Y are not completely the opposite angles, right? Z is a part of the angle H. Y is a part of angle P. H is equal to P. The whole of angle H is equal to P. The whole of angle H is equal to whole of angle P. Z and Y are only some parts of those angles. They need not, just because they're opposite, they need not be equal. The whole of angle H is equal to the whole of angle P. Opposite angles are equal.
Ma'am, A and Z are adjacent angles, ma'am.
A and Z, no, they're not okay. A and Z are not adjacent angles. A and 40 plus Z. See here this angle H. This angle H is made up of two angles, 40 and Z. 40 and Z. When you say angle H, it is 40 and Z together. So A, okay. So this is also one of the ways of finding Z. A plus 40 plus Z. 40 plus Z is one angle. A is an angle. See that the adjacent angles of the parallelograms of the parallelogram A and this angle A is nothing but angle O. A is nothing but angle O, and this is angle H. O and H are the adjacent sides of the adjacent angles of the parallelogram. We know they're supplementary. So A, this is one angle, and the other angle is 40 plus Z. 40 plus Z. See, we are mentioning two things, but they make one angle of the parallelogram. 40 plus Z put together make H of the parallelogram. Make angle H of the parallelogram. So A plus 40 plus Z is equal to 180. Adjacent angles are supplementary.
Ma'am, Z is 30, ma'am.
Yeah, so 110 plus Z plus 40. Yes, Z is 30 degrees. Z is equal to 30 degrees. Now, can I say that A, Y and Z are the angles of a triangle? Are the interior angles of a triangle? Can I say A, Y and Z?
Yes,
A, Y
ma'am.
and Z, yeah, are the interior angles of a triangle?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is a triangle?
HOP.
HOP.
HOP. In triangle HOP, or A, Y and Z are the interior angles of triangle HOP. So what is the angle sum property in a triangle?
All the angles add up to 180 degree.
180 is the total of all angles, ma'am.
Yeah. The sum
So
of
Y
the
is 40 degree, ma'am.
Okay, so how do we put that?
A plus Z is 110 plus 30 degree, which is 140 degree. So 180 minus 140 is 40, which is equal to Y.
Okay, we'll put it like this. A plus Y plus Z is equal to 180. A plus Y plus Z is equal to 180. Under A, we are going to say 110. 110 plus Y, we do not know, plus Z. We found, right? What's the measure of Z?
Yes, ma'am. It's
30
30
degrees.
degrees.
30 degrees.
Yes. On working this, you can find the value of y. There are other ways of doing, children. So you can just have a look. I might have worked it in a different way here. Just go through the slide. So here you can see I found the angles in order. I found x and then y and then z. Please look at this. EH parallel to PO. EH parallel to PO. And the transversal is HP. HP is a transversal. So see here, parallel line, transversal. Can you see the Z? Parallel line. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Alternate angles are equal. 40 is equal to y. Y is equal to 40. So here, as you can see, we found A. With the help of A, we find x. And then y, alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. So y is 40. And then angle sum property of a triangle. We find z. All right. Take a screenshot, children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll wind up today's session with this one. Find x, y, z. Find angle x, angle y, and z.
Ma'am, first y is equal
Y is
to
equals to
180 minus 55.
Okay, let's find x, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, how do we find x?
Ma'am, but for finding x, we must first find y, no, ma'am, because they are opposite angles.
To find x, right? We can also find x first. With the help of 55, how do we find x?
Ma'am, when I mean the
55 and adjacent angles, ma'am.
Perfect. X and 55 are adjacent angles. Yeah, they are adjacent angles. X and 55. X and 55 are adjacent angles. So how do you put it? How will you work it?
180 minus 55, ma'am.
No, you're going to that. No, you don't do that. What is the first line you write?
Ma'am?
If the angles are supplementary, how do you express them? X plus 55 is equal to 180. That's what you should write first. X plus 55. The adjacent angles. X plus 55. The sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degrees. So x plus 55 is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 minus 55. X is equal to 125. Yeah, so now we found x. X is 125 degrees. How do we find y?
X and Y are opposite angles.
Opposite angles. Ma'am.
Opposite angles. Opposite angles. Yeah, opposite angles are
Equal.
equal in a parallelogram. Yeah. So if X is 125 degrees, Y is also
125 degrees.
degrees.
Very, very good. All right. Now, how do we find Z?
Ma'am, Z is 125 degrees, ma'am, because opposite angles are equal. The other angle, like the interior angle of Z, will be 55 degrees. So, linear pair, ma'am, 180 minus 55 is equal to Z.
Yeah, that is also one way of doing it. Can we directly say, okay, what Madhumita said was, so she said, this is 55. So the opposite angle here, this is also going to be 55 because this is 55. This is also 55. Opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Now, when this is 55, 55 plus Z is 180, linear pair. 55 plus Z is equal to 180, linear pair. So Z is equal to 180 minus 55, 125. Can we say alternate angles are equal? Y is equal to Z, alternate angles are equal. Or can we say X is equal to Z, corresponding angles are equal?
Yes, ma'am. Corresponding angles
Yes,
are
ma'am.
equal, ma'am.
Now, how did we conclude that this is a parallelogram, children? This figure? Nothing is mentioned. How do we know this is a parallelogram?
Ma'am, the opposite sides are marked equal.
Equal,
They're
ma'am.
marked parallel. The opposite sides are marked parallel. We can see the arrowheads. Single arrowhead here and double arrowheads, indicating that they are parallel. So we can see that both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So this is a parallelogram. So you can find Z using the property of corresponding angles. X is equal to Z. Corresponding angles are equal. So X is 125 degrees. Z is also 125 degrees. Or you can say Y is equal to Z. Y is equal to Z. Alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. Or as Madhumita said, you can find this angle. This is 55. So this is also 55. 55 plus Z is equal to 180, linear pair.
Ma'am, we can also find it using because Z's interior angle is adjacent to X, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, you can also find this one. You're saying this, right? You're
Yes,
saying
ma'am. I'm saying
X
yes.
angle is 180, right? Adjacent angle is supplementary. Yes, yes, yes. So you can also say X plus this angle. If you mark it A, X plus A is equal to 180. You can find A and then find Z. Yeah. But this is more direct, right? Because it's already 55. So the opposite angle, this one is also going to be 55.
Yes, ma'am.
Your approach is also fine, Sanjay. Take a picture, children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Done, ma'am.
All right. Try this one, children. Take a picture of the question. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
This one also. Take a picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This one. Let's do this now. This is a simple one. Now, what will you call this figure PQRS? What will you call this figure PQRS? Is it a square? Is it a rectangle? Is it a rhombus? Is it a parallelogram?
Ma'am, it's a parallelogram and a rectangle, ma'am.
How do you say it's a rectangle?
Ma'am, the opposite sides are marked equal. Oh, no, ma'am. They are marked parallel, so it's only a parallelogram.
Yeah, it's a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. Now, what are marked? Angles or sides? What are marked? 3y plus 1, 28, 18, 3x. What are they?
Sides, ma'am.
Are they information about the sides or angles?
Sides, ma'am.
Sides. PQ is equal to 3y plus 1. PQ is given by the expression 3y plus 1. RS is equal to 28. 28 units. RQ is 18 units. PS or SP is equal to 3x units. Now you have to find X and Y, children. X and Y here are not angles of the parallelogram. They are not angles. You can see nothing is given about the interior angles of the parallelogram. Tell me, how will you find X and Y? Don't use any angle based properties. You know nothing about the angles in this figure. You have some information regarding the sides.
Ma'am, I found it out, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
3x is equal to 6, ma'am.
3x is equal to 6.
I mean, x is equal to 6.
3x is 18, ma'am.
Yeah, what are the
3x
properties? Yeah,
But
you're all
parallel
right.
sides are equal, ma'am.
Ma'am, opposite sides are equal, ma'am. So 3x is equal to 18. And when we divide, we get x is equal to 6.
Very good. All of you, good. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. So SP is equal to RQ. SP is 3x. So that's equal to RQ, which is 18. So 3x is equal to 18. X is equal to 18 by 3. X is equal to 6. Very good. What about Y? So we found X. What about Y?
Ma'am, y is equal to 9.
Y is equal to 9.
9, ma'am. Yes.
What's the equation? You have
3y plus 1 is equal to 28, ma'am. So
3y plus 1 is equal to 28.
29. No, 27, ma'am. 3 boys are.
Yeah.
27 plus 1, 28.
So 3y plus 1 is equal to 28. 3y is equal to 27. Y is equal to 27 over 3. Y is 9. So the value of y is 9. X is equal to 6. Y is equal to 9. So the property we used to find the values of X and Y is that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So 3x is equal to 18. So that's an equation. So you solve that equation and you find the value of x. Again, 3y plus 1 is equal to 28. Opposite sides are equal. So we have this equation 3y plus 1 is equal to 28. On solving that, we find the value of y. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
thank you,
children.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.